Hey everybody, welcome back. And here is another Star Wars Rare Action Figures video. And what you're looking at is a Kellogg's Mail-In Redemption Boma Monk figure. If you recall Episode 6, Return of the Jedi, once C-3PO entered Jabba's palace, if you look carefully, there was this creature walked past him, and C-3PO seemed, scared. This is a fantastic figure. I'm not sure if it was manufactured outside of the Kenner Redemption, but just take a good look at this. I mean, this is just awesome. For a serial redemption, this is great. You can see it has a brain inside a little glass of water kind of thing here. So it makes it sort of like a cyborg spider. The this pouch, this torso part of him is soft plastic. Just a phenomenal figure here. It came unassembled in this box inside of plastic, and it came with these instructions. And this is from 1997. So I thought you'd find this interesting. Now I'm also going to show you some other Kellogg's Redemptions that came in similar boxes. And so let's see what else we have. Spirit Obi-Wan. Very Power of the Force looking. Very similar to the Obi-Wan I showed you before from the Power of the Force, but it's a cool action figure. It's quite heavy. Here is Han Solo in Stormtrooper disguise. This was also a Kellogg's Redemption. He only came with the Stormtrooper helmet, no weapon. The helmet fits nicely. He's in that pose. It's a little bit difficult to stand. Another figure that came with the Kellogg's Redemption is Cantina Singers. Every time you got one of these, you would get a packet which contained all of the instruments. So, presumably what you would do is get them all, and then you could create your own Cantina band. So you can see all the instruments are there. And Cantina Singer. He does have the sort of removable, like, I'm not sure what that is. Shirt, serape. I don't know. Okay, I thought you'd find those kind of interesting. Let's look at these Separation of the Twins figures. This is a Walmart exclusive, Separation of the Twins for the Revenge of the Sith. As you can see, this has Bail Organa holding Princess Leia, and it actually says Infant Leia Organa with Bail Organa, so she actually gets the starring part from the description here. Has the Separation of the Twins logo, and here's the figure. And there's a picture of Bail Organa and what was her name? Breya Organa. And on the back, we see the scene where Princess Leia is delivered. And it says, after assisting the last of the Jedi in escaping the murderous rampages of the clone troopers, Bail Organa has a meeting with Master Yoda and Obi-Wan Kenobi. Faced with determining the fates of the newborn twins, Yoda instructs Obi-Wan to deliver Luke to his aunt and uncle on Tatooine, while Bail volunteers to adopt Leia and raise her with his wife on Alderaan. There she will be loved and cared for as one of their own. Obi-Wan and Yoda agree that allowing the trustworthy Senator Organa to care for the child is the best option for the young Leia. So there's that one. And the complimentary figure is infant Luke Skywalker with Obi-Wan Kenobi. You see Luke's wearing a brown swaddling. There's the scene where he hands Luke to Aunt Beru. And here's the back of that. Let's go ahead and do a comparison of the backs. As you can see, there are different pictures. As you can see, Obi-Wan's with the different babies, which is really a nice touch. These are great figures to keep carded, which I'm going to do so. Now, you can also have the option to get this in a comic pack form. The figures are slightly different. They actually reverse the babies. but that's alright. They changed the color of the swaddling from brown to blue, a little bit more comic book looking. And Bail Organa and Obi-Wan are now wearing soft goods clothing, cloak, and so forth. And this comes with a comic book from Revenge of the Sith movie. It has the typical comic pack art on the sides. And on the back, we get a story, some pictures, some preview from the other comic packs. A comic pack I really want to get, which I don't have, is this one right here. Okay, there's that. Now, I thought I'd also show these. It's a Bail Organa and Breya Organa figures from the Build-A-Droid Legacy Collection. I'm going to go ahead and keep these carded as well. I just don't think they'd be great openers. They look better in the cards. Nice sleek blue and white art. And they come with Build-A-Droid parts for MB-RA7, which is kind of just an upgrade of the Death Star droid. And here's the back of Breya Organa. Comes with a leg for the droid. So these are pretty cool. It's pretty cool to have Leia's adopted parents here. Okay, so your bonus. Star Wars Tales, Volume 2. This is a nice trade paperback collection of some of the best Star Wars Tales comics. I recommend getting this, especially for page 107 starts Thank the Maker. And this is a great story that takes place during the time of The Empire Strikes Back. And in this story, Darth Vader is presented with C-3PO after he's destroyed. And when Darth Vader sees C-3PO, he has a flashback of building him on Tatooine. And it actually, the comic actually adds some storyline as to explain how the C-3PO parts came back in Chewbacca's possession. This is a great story, a great comic. This book is full of great comics with lots of different, diverse art. Another thing I want to point out while we're looking at it, see, look how the art varies. But there's another comic I wanted to show you real quick. This one here is drawn by Sergio Aragones, who is a famous cartoonist for Mad Magazine. He does the drawn out dramas. You might, if you're familiar with Mad Magazine, you're probably familiar with his art. I'm sure you recognize it. He has a very distinctive style, but it's interesting to see him draw a Star Wars comic. So I thought that was interesting too. So if you can find Star Wars Tales Volume 2, it's something I think you should get if you like to read comics. So pick that up, and I hope you enjoyed this review. Bye.